Guys, Bitcoin is currently dropping and I might be longing Bitcoin if we actually hold this very critical and also important level, because if Bitcoin loses this level, we may actually see Bitcoin drop even further, because obviously even though we got excited and we're always happy to see Bitcoin go above the value area high, and whenever we had broken the 65k, 64.5k level, we always said that this is always a good thing for a range whenever we go above the value area. However, you also want to not forget that even though the titles may look green and the thumbnails may look green, they have to remember that every single drop, if that critical point where the whole bullish bias was built on is lost, then you have to always revisit that idea and you have to cancel that idea. So right now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is dropping further. I'm merely just saying that you have to not forget and not to allow the titles and thumbnails to make you forget that when Bitcoin is range bound and you have a volume profile pull from the beginning of the range till the current price action, where we always have the value area high, and that same exact value area high which made Bitcoin pump from 64.5 to an amazing price of 66.8, almost 67, would be the same level that if ever lost, we can easily break this amazingly bullish structure of higher lows and higher highs, and then obviously we may literally rotate from value area high to value area low. I'm not saying Bitcoin is dropping. I'm not saying to short Bitcoin. Quite the opposite. This could be actually a chance for us to long Bitcoin. However, just keep in mind that whenever we approach a very critical level, a very critical resistance area or support area, it's always either a good chance for taking the trade or not taking a trade and then waiting for higher or lower. Now, obviously, in this case, we're speaking about a support level. So obviously, here we either see the loss, we cancel the idea of longing, and then we just avoid by doing nothing, potentially just waiting for lower, or we obviously see a nice reaction, a nice bounce at the level, and now we're currently testing that same exact zone. Now, obviously, you know me, guys, whenever Bitcoin is dropping, I'll be looking at potentially long in Bitcoin. Hence why now we got this anchored view up that's currently being tested and retested, and also we got the value area high we spoke about, and also the daily being at around 64.6. So right now, I'm going to be waiting for the reaction, monitoring the order flow, and how does the order flow looks like. Are we getting any sort or sign of strength? If not, I'll be avoiding taking the trade. I'm not going to be long in Bitcoin. However, obviously, I wouldn't be shorting the loss of support. Just understand that the idea of going higher is always cancelled by us losing the same level that even in the first place got us that idea. I want you guys to understand this. So even though I didn't short 66.835.6, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin has to go higher. It only means that I didn't get to short the top, and again, I don't make money by not taking trades or lose money by not taking trades. So again, I want you guys to understand that not every pivot point, not every pump or dump is supposed to be participated in as a professional trader. So hence why, even though I didn't short Bitcoin at 66.8, it doesn't mean Bitcoin has to go higher for Ahmed to short the top, because he always seemingly has amazing shorts and longs. It is kind of true, but not always the case. Even when Bitcoin, by the way, had gotten above to like 82k, if you guys remember, I didn't end up shorting the top. Again, if we quickly go on the 4-hourly time frame, if for those that do remember, we had been bullish after breaking 76, I think, or 72, and we kept on going for higher. We got higher, but we didn't get to short Bitcoin. But that didn't mean that we actually lost money by not shorting it. Same case here, even though my preferred area for shorting and my wish would be for Bitcoin to make it amazingly a fake out at 67, 68k. If Bitcoin plummets literally to $0, I couldn't care less as a profitable professional trader. However, let's now just focus on Bitcoin potentially giving us a long trade. So right now, this is a level where we either see the bounce, catch the long for higher, or lose, cancel the idea of longing, and also not lose money by not shorting the top.